Download the AllStar app. Make your picks for UFC fights, challenge your friends, level up and win prizes. Link in description. Get it now. 3 months. It's around 3 months, man. Quick turnaround.
Yep. Yeah,
UFC,
yeah,
in
yeah,
the UFC, it's a quick turnaround. You know what I mean? But outside of the UFC,
yeah,
not so quick. But for you, man, like the first thing is like, when fighters win on the Contender Series, there's certain fighters that they choose to like get a fight right away. Was that something
yeah.
that like was in your mind already, like before you even competed on the Contender Series? Like, yo, if I win, like I'm gonna get a fight like right away. Like that's
Oh
just
yeah,
written.
yeah. I definitely wanted to close this out with my UFC debut. I said that to myself, 2023 around like New Year's, Christmas. I was like, man, I don't know how I'm gonna get there. I've only got two MMA fights, but I will get there. UFC 2024, and I put it out to the world to try and get the opportunity. And yeah, pretty much when they slid it across to me, um, I just said like, yeah, sweet. I didn't even think twice. Just went for it.
Did you even know who Tuco was?
Yeah, so I actually knew who Tuco was because I think going into his debut, my teammate Jenna Fabian was like, "Oh yeah, my friend just got in the UFC. I'm real happy for him. He's fighting like in like 3 days' notice or something." So I was like, "Oh, who was that?" And then he was like, "Tuco." She said, "Tuco Tokkos." So I watched the fight, and yeah, he didn't do too well, but yeah, I actually knew who he was before uh, before the fight, and um, yeah, when they slid that fight across to me, I said, "Oh yeah, like I'm not a chooser, I just kind of do whatever my coaches say." And yeah, signed it straight away. So yeah, I was good to go.
What's your approach to like checking out your opponents and stuff like that, or do you not even really check it out unless you've seen them, but otherwise you don't really think about it?
Yeah, I have like a base sort of way on how I do it. I just kind of watch one fight and then I'm like, sweet, like okay, he does this, like he will go for that. But bro, honestly, everyone fights different when they fight me, so they always game plan for me. They always like adjust to me. So I have never ever like fully like studied a guy, and definitely in the like the UFC. I've noticed like just with my coaching, like they take it a little bit more serious. And yeah, obviously I'm coming up against like some really high level athletes now compared to before. So I trust my coaches more than me because they're picking out things that I wouldn't even know. And then I think my last fight, Huge, went real serious, and he really broke down that guy I fought. And when I was in there, I was like, far out, he's doing exactly what he said that he was going to do, and I pretty much just capitalized on those moments. And yeah, I just relaxed in there because I knew everything this guy done, and yeah, we broke down this guy, um, pretty well. And yeah, I'm just confident, bro. I don't think I'm not like an overthinker. I just go out there and smash heads. So that's
um,
me, bro.
how does it feel like when you're inside the cage and you're across from your opponent and then you start seeing shit that your coaches or even anticipated? What is that feeling like? Because you know that you got that fight like at that moment.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I definitely just like I'm like this guy's he's not on my level. And it's like I guess it's pretty rough to say like when people are going to be hearing this, they're like, oh, who's this guy for? This guy doesn't train with anyone good, or this guy's never trained with any like elite level wrestlers. And yeah, I don't know. It's just like I'm just been all I've done is talk about it and show up on the day, and that's all I can do, right? Is I mean, as long as I show up on the day, then people are always going to criticize whatever I do. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm in the league now. I'm in the UFC. There's not going to be any ducking and dodging. I just have to fight whoever. So yeah, I'm just ready for it, bro. Like, all I can say is like if there's someone to put your chips in on, I'm definitely one that you want to say, oh, I'm a day one fan, So yeah,
Well, you got guys that are, that do interviews that have their channels, and and then they talk their shit because that's what they
yeah,
believe. They're 100% confident in
yeah,
themselves, and some people think it's cringy. Some people, they like to ride with those types of people as well. There's just as many people
yeah,
that enjoy it, and when you go in there and you do it, like Izzy has, and like
yeah,
Taporia as well. I mean, a lot of people feel
yeah,
like, oh, I don't like him because he talks too much, but it's undeniable when you go in there and you knock dudes out, right? Like it's like you
yeah,
can't
yeah,
say anything extra.
yeah, yeah. I feel like Taporia got a lot of stick going into his fight with Volk. They're like, oh, he hasn't beaten anyone good. He only beat, I forgot what the guy's name was. But yeah, he was like, yeah, Emmett. They were like, oh, he's only beaten Emmett, and I think they didn't give him his chips. And then look what happened. It's just the power of the mind. You could see he like really wanted it bad, and that's how I kind of feel right now. Like, I just wait. Well, let me fight. Just let me cook, man. Let me cook. I'm gonna do my thing in there. I'm not perfect, bro, but I can put on a banger, and I'm freaking good at this. Good at this fighting stuff, man. I know how to put on a show, and yeah, I'll definitely be going for those performance bonuses, and I'll be looking to source up and show everyone what I got.
I watched Tuco fight on Road to UFC. I was actually at that fight, and I watched him fight the
Yeah,
Chinese kid. He's doing pretty good for himself right now. The
yeah,
Min
yeah.
Yang got a few
Ming
knockouts, but
Yang, yeah,
yeah. But Tuco, one thing that I noticed about him and watching his other fights is like, dude comes out ready to fight. Like
yeah,
he's not gonna
yeah,
run away. You know what I mean? That's
yeah,
something that's actually good when you're anticipating an opponent, right?
yeah. Oh yeah, no, I'm looking to meet him right in the middle. I feel like Umar side just he kind of grappled him out of fear. That's what it looked like to me. Um, it was just like kind of grappled him out of fear. But I mean, I'll stand toe to toe with Tuco and throw down with him. I want to see what he's got. I want to see this UFC level. And get, what do they say, fraud check. I want to see. Yeah, let's put it on. But man, I 100% believe I'm gonna knock this guy out. So
I was peeping out your the the countdown stuff that you're doing on your channel, and you talked
yeah,
about how like you're able to spend a little bit more money for this camp compared to, let's say, previous camps because you are in the
yeah.
UFC. What changes have you made, or maybe upgrades or whatever?
Oh, it's just making things easier, bro. Like when you're having a bit more like money under your belt, bro. Like, I used to struggle, bro, and I used to work on my fight weeks, bro. Like leading up to my fights, I would like maybe take my last 3 days off, but I always worked, even when I was flying over to Aussie. I was still working like right up until my fights, and like cooking my meals myself and doing all of that, bro. So having like more money to make things easier, bro, I just feel like I'm like priming myself. But that like that stress and adversity definitely has made me more like grateful for it, and just like, bro, like just like heavy as, like I feel like I'm gonna, like, all of my everything is just forced to make winning easier, and yeah, I feel like it's just been like a little bit of a blessing, having that grind, and now having it having that load take off me, being able to, like, even the last few weeks I've just been paying for my meals and having good sleep, don't have to stay up all night cooking, and um, yeah, having those delivered to me, and yeah, everything's just like stress free, and yeah, I can pay for like some, like, go and get my body right and doing the massage and recovery work, which I never used to do before, never did that before. So yeah, I think it's just because I wanted it real bad, and now that it's all here, um, where there's like, a lot of other fighters, they've always had that, and they take it for granted, I think, and yeah, I think I have that approach to the game. To me, and I'll always be like real grateful, you know. So it doesn't allow things to enter my mind like that are bad. Like I could be having a stressful week, and I could feel like a lot of fighters break down. They're like, oh, you know, I freaking didn't get my bloody steps in, or I don't know, whatever it is that throws people off. I just try to take every day as it is, and leave room for flexibility.
And you also have a bunch of teammates that actually have had found much success, so you've seen them from
Yeah,
kind of afar, like
yeah,
what they could add to their camps and stuff like that. So
yeah,
you get a little taste of that, right? So you're just like, oh,
yeah,
this is how the rich people live.
yeah, yeah.
you
Oh
know
yeah, bro. Like I remember going to that first Pereira trip in New York, and I was like, bro, like we're living lavish, bro. You know, we pulled up at Bruce Wayne Batman's house, bro. You know, and our whole team staying in a crazy mansion, bro. And you know, we're getting meals and bloody, you know, driven around. And yeah, that was crazy for me. That was crazy. And then even Miami as well, like that champion treatment is different, bro. It's different. It was like for me, it's like, man, if I work hard, this will be me someday. So yeah, I'm in the gutters at the moment, bro. I'm in the slums, so I don't mind working my way up. I love the dream is in the journey for me, you know, like starting from the bottom, bro. Like you know, playing the game, UFC, my career, bro. I'm actually living that game, bro. You know, just I'm a low overall. I'm getting my stats up, bro. I'm picking fights on the internet. Like, yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
You are, man. You are living the real life UFC game. That's crazy to think that you are doing that. Because
Yeah,
most people, there's like what 1%, 2% of people that are built for that stuff, and the rest is
yeah, yeah,
just just normal people. What one topic that's kind of like been talk that's been kind of like an issue is the gloves, man. Did you notice anything? Well, you got the knockout, but I'm saying, like, did you notice
yeah.
anything different about the what is it, contender series gloves or anything like that?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they're the same as those new UFC gloves.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I don't know. Did they end up bringing the old ones back? Someone was saying that the old ones are coming back, or they're like in production or something being made.
Yeah, yeah. They
But yeah,
said
I
that
mean,
there's some left over, but since there's some left over, they use those for like the last pay per view or something, and then now they're
yeah,
gonna get
yeah,
a bunch of made, but it takes some time, so they're gonna use the new gloves until
yeah,
the
yeah,
old gloves are made again. I guess that's
yeah,
what's the
yeah,
situation.
yeah, yeah. I heard that. Yeah,
Mhm,
I was hoping they'd make them for our one, but I don't mind it. Like, I
mhm,
mean, I wore them for my fight and didn't find them bad. I mean, I've got massive hands, bro, so they feel just dense either way. They gave me the pair of the new gloves for like when I got signed,
mhm,
and I've been training in them, and I don't mind them. That I'm not really like a superstitious guy. Um, I'm not really like, oh, I didn't hit him as hard because of the gloves. I'm just like, whatever's whatever. I'm just gonna run with it.
mhm.
You know, no complaining. Just push forward. I don't really mind. You know, barehanded or bloody socks on my hands. Whatever's the regulations, bro. Like, yeah, let's go, man. That's it.
For real, man. Yeah, man. This is a. How do you feel about going all the way to Florida? Well, you've been to Miami, so Florida's not
Yeah,
a new spot for you. So going out there and making your debut in front of a crowd as well. A lot of people got stuck in that Apex. Well, you fought in the Apex, but
yeah,
it's good to be out there in front of the people, right?
yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm just like I'm gonna enjoy it all day. Like I reckon it'll be mad. I remember what Miami crowd was like. I don't know if that's the same as Tampa, but yeah, Florida. I mean, it's fun, man. Yeah, I'm just gonna try and make. I'm trying to build the fan base, so I'm gonna put on a crazy show. I think when people feel like my sort of theme like that I have is like quite a little bit more on the serious side. I know, like talking to me, people probably see me on interviews and whatnot, and I'm like really nice, and yeah, I'm a different person when I walk out, and my whole sort of aura sort of thing is just like full serious, no mucking around, just in there ready to kill, no remorse. Like I don't feel sorry for myself. I don't feel sorry for myself, or the other guy when I put myself in that state. Um, yeah, just like I said there last time, bro, just letting the dark side come in and fully take over.
How do you feel about the light heavyweight division right there at the top? You know what I mean? Because it seems like the skill set and the styles that are at the top are perfect for your style. Do you see that as well?
Oh yeah, all day. I mean, I was preparing my whole like when I started MMA, I was preparing for a bloody Khabib Nurmagomedov division. I was like just wrestling my ass off and trying to figure out like staying with what the meta of grappling. Like that was my whole focus was always just been grappling, grappling, grappling. You know, working extra time with the coaches and but yeah, so we're in a strikers division. I think you're looking at Pereira. He's just cooking everybody, man, and he's putting on banger fights. And yeah, that's it. I feel like I could be up there, right there with him. But yeah, I would love to deploy my grappling. To be honest, I think I don't see why there not a lot of those guys at the top contenders are even trying to grapple. So yeah, I mean, if I get there quick enough before those top contenders may like phase out, I would love to. Like even my grappling will probably be much better then. To just give it a go and deploy that and see how they are on the bottom.
Yeah, it's interesting when a fighter is like, known as this striker, this knockout artist, and then they go into a fight which is like a high profile fight and everything, and then just flip the whole script and then wrestle and beat the
Yeah,
shit out of somebody on the ground. it's
yeah,
it's it's something that like really like launches you, I think, to
yeah,
show everybody that you got everything, you got the whole package.
yeah. I mean, people forget like in the first fight with Pereira, Israel took him down and held him down for like a whole round. And so I'm thinking like, man, if I got a hold of them, like, I would love to just ground and pound the shit out of them. But yeah, I mean, I'd say the striking ain't that good, after a couple of scrambles on the bottom. So yeah, I would love to test that. I mean, the reality of that is, I don't, even if I won every fight and was super active, I don't even know if he's going to be around. To he's getting pretty old and I feel like he's taking up the big fights now. So yeah, I mean, I would love to. It'd be a fairy tale fight. It would be like a Adesanya, what was it? Adesanya Anderson Silva
Yeah.
fight.
Fuck yeah.
But yeah, I've got some. Definitely have my licks to get in first.
Yeah, but this fight game, dude, it moves so fast. Like you just don't
Yeah,
know what's gonna be
yeah,
happening in
yeah,
2025. It's just like pieces of the
yeah,
puzzle, man. That's all it is.
yeah. They're
Um,
gonna push me hard, so I'm ready
yeah,
for that.
exactly, man. Were you at the gym when Dan started beating up on iShowSpeed? Were you at the gym at that
Yeah, I
time?
was there, bro. I pretty much set that up, bro. Like, Dan and Aaron set that up, and then like the guy that was looking after Speed was like, "Oh, like they're not getting back to me. Can you like make sure it's all good?" And I said, "Yeah, yeah, I'm here now. Like, just come through." And then yeah, they came through, and he come up to me first, bro, and was like cracking up in my ears. He was like, "Whoa, you got them cauliflower ears," and yeah, he was like touching them, and he was just like real curious. Like I've always been a like Dan and they didn't even know who the hell Speed was, but I knew who Speed was because I keep up with the streaming hard out just because I stream myself, so I already knew who he was, and yeah, I just try to convince him to get in the cage and spar someone. And I was actually, to be honest, I was real worried when I saw Dan grabbing the gloves because I was looking at Dan like, please don't hurt him, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's not like one of those like he's like a funny streamer and he does it for the plot,
Yeah,
but he's definitely not like a disrespectful guy. Like, I
yeah.
was like like hoping Dan wouldn't like actually send him, eh? But
Mhm.
I could see like he was like chill, so I was like, oh, thank God,
Yeah.
because I was like, bro, I don't want him to get like smoked up too bad. But he did all right, bro. He was like
Yeah.
right in there, bro. He
Yeah.
was he was actually trying to fight back.
Yeah.
So yeah, crazy times.
It is. It is crazy times, man. Well, man, December 14th, man, you make your UFC
Yeah, bro.
debut. Phenomenal, man. Tampa. Yeah, you got a lot of support, and rightfully so. Thank you so much, Navajo,
Yep.
man, for taking the time,
Yep.
and
No
we'll
worries,
speak
brother.
soon.
Yeah, bro. Speak soon. Boom.